Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Finally, we're about to see Luffy's father's devil fruit, the power that's been hidden for so long and the real reason he's kept it a secret until now. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, Dragon is going to reveal his fruit, and when he does, the entire sea is going to shake in a way even Luffy hasn't managed yet. Everything Oda has drawn from chapter 100 all the way to chapter 1167 points to one thing: the wind fruit, a logia that controls the air, the storms, the very breath of freedom. And the reason is pure One Piece, protecting the world his son is destined to free. The first sign came in Logue Town. Dragon appears out of nowhere, and an absurd gust of wind blasts Smoker away, clearing a path for Luffy to escape execution. That wasn't a coincidence. The wind obeyed. In Gray Terminal, the fire is consuming everything. Dragon stands there in the middle, and suddenly, the wind changes direction, opening a path for the revolutionaries. In Water 7, the crew is cornered and the wind blows way too strong to be natural. In Baltigo, Dragon looks up at the sky and the weather shifts. Every time he shows up, the wind becomes a character. Oda never does that by accident. His cloak flies like a sail all the time. The tattoo on his face looks like a gust. His hair never stays still. The name Dragon fits with storms. His fruit can't be fire, can't be lightning, can't be anything we've already seen. It has to be something no one controls, something that reaches everywhere, something that knocks down walls without being seen. Wind is all that, and wind matches revolution because it carries ideas, carries seeds, carries freedom where no one expects it. In chapter 586, Dragon smiles when Ivankov says Luffy has become a pirate. He knows the wind carried his son to the right sea. In chapter 1097, he says the plan is to weaken the Celestials by cutting off supplies. Wind cuts routes, wind brings hunger, wind changes everything without needing to show up. In chapter 1114, when Vegapunk talks about the sea rising, Dragon looks at the sky like someone who already knows how to sail through the chaos to come. Because if he controls the wind, he controls the weather. He controls the very air the world breathes. His fruit is going to be a wind logia because it fits everything he represents. He never shows up fighting because he doesn't need to. The wind fights for him. He blows change from afar, protects Luffy from afar, clears paths for his allies from afar. And when he finally reveals it, it'll be in a moment the entire world is watching, maybe saving islands from the Great Flood, maybe facing Imu, maybe just standing tall in the final war with the wind obeying him like a loyal dog. And it'll be for good, because Dragon never wanted a throne, he wanted freedom, and wind doesn't cage anyone, wind sets you free. Dragon's fruit isn't just wind, it's wind with a capital, WW, the kind of wind ancient peoples looked up to in the sky and trembled, because they knew that when it truly blew, kingdoms fell, seas parted, and gods came down to speak with mortals. And Oda, who drinks mythology like sake, took exactly those legends and carved them into the tattoo of the most wanted man in the world. In Greek mythology, the absolute lord of the winds is Aeolus, but the one who truly rules is Boreas. The north wind violent, destructive, the one that knocks down walls and sends ships to the bottom. But there's also Zephyrus, the west wind, messenger of spring, who blows gently and makes dead things bloom again. Dragon is both at once. He is the wind that destroys what must be destroyed and the wind that brings the new. He's the wind Odysseus released from Aeolus's bag, the wind that almost ended Troy ahead of schedule. Dragon has held the wind in the bag for 30 years. When he opens it, no Troy will stand. In Japanese mythology, the god of wind is Fujin, the green demon with an airbag on his back, who blows storms that knock down mountains and clear paths for gods. His bag is famous. When he opens it a little, you get a breeze. When he opens it fully, you get the end of the world. Dragon has the bag. His facial tattoo looks exactly like Fujin's face in ancient scrolls. His cloak flies like an opened bag. He hasn't shown his power yet because he's waiting for the right moment to unleash everything at once. When he does, the entire Japan of the One Piece world is going to feel Fujin descend from the sky. In Norse mythology, the wind is controlled by Njord, god of seas and winds, father of Freyr and Freya, who blows Viking sails toward the new world. But the one who truly frightens is Kari, the personification of the north wind that freezes everything it touches. Dragon is Njord and Kari together. He blows the sails of the revolution and freezes the hearts of tyrants. Elbaf is full of giants who tell stories about wind gods. When Dragon shows up there, they'll recognize instantly the deity their ancestors feared and revered. In Hindu mythology, Vayu is the god of wind, father of Hanuman the monkey who flies and destroys entire armies. Vayu is life, strength, the breath that animates the universe. Dragon is the father of Luffy, the monkey who flies with rubber and destroys Yonko. The parallel is so perfect it hurts. Vayu carries messages between gods and men. Dragon carries the message of freedom between islands and continents without ever being seen. When he reveals his power, it'll be like Vayu descending into the final war, breathing life into allies and death into enemies. In Chinese mythology, Feng Popo is the old man of the wind who controls a goatskin sack, releasing gusts that change battles. Dragon has the cloak that looks exactly like that sack. When he spreads his arms, the sack opens and the world changes. In Aztec mythology, Ehecatl is the wind god who breathes new life after destruction, the avatar of Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent who brings knowledge. Dragon is the serpent the world fears, but who's blowing the knowledge of the void century across the world. When he reveals his fruit, it'll be Ehecatl blowing the fifth sun, the son of Luffy. Across all cultures, across all eras, the wind that changes the world is never gentle all the time. It's the breeze that carries seeds and the hurricane that topples palaces. It's messenger and destroyer. It's what blows before dawn and what clears the sky after the storm. Dragon is all of that together. He hasn't revealed his fruit because he's been waiting for the right dawn, the dawn his son will bring. Dragon hasn't revealed his devil fruit until now because revealing it would have meant losing the element of surprise, losing the fear his name inspires precisely because it's unknown, losing the ability to operate from the shadows while the entire world keeps its eyes on Luffy. He's been the most wanted man on the planet for decades, and nobody knows what he actually does. That's not a coincidence. That's pure strategy. The wind that isn't seen is the wind that blows the whole house down. He kept it hidden because his power isn't meant for direct confrontation. It's meant for manipulating the entire battlefield. If the world government knew he controlled storms, cyclones, winds strong enough to cross continents, they would have built countermeasures years ago. They would have sent Fujitora to use gravity against his wind, built metal barriers around Mary Joyce, put admirals with compressed air or vacuum logists in place just to neutralize him. Dragon kept the secret because he knew that the day he revealed it would be the day he used it all at once at full strength with no turning back. He kept it hidden because the wind needs time to grow. A breeze doesn't topple an empire. A hurricane does. He spent 30 years letting the wind circulate, carrying ideas, carrying revolutionaries, carrying fear into marine bases without anyone understanding where it came from. Every mission Sabo completed, every base Ivankov blew up, every supply shipment that vanished on the way to Mary Joyce, those were the winds doing their work unseen. Revealing it early would have cut the storm before it could form. He kept it hidden because Luffy needed to grow without his father's shadow. If the world knew the rubber kid was the son of the man who controls the weather, the target on Luffy's back would have been 10 times bigger from the East Blue onward. Dragon chose to be a ghost so his son could be the sun. He chose to be silent so Luffy could be noise. And it worked. Luffy got where he is precisely because no one was looking up at the sky searching for his father. He kept it hidden because the moment hadn't arrived yet. The sea is rising, the world is hearing the truth, Mary Joyce is vulnerable, the Gorosei are out of position. Now, the wind can finally blow at full force. Now, Dragon can appear in the middle of the final war, raise his hand, and have the entire sky obey. Because now, Luffy is strong enough to withstand his father's shadow. Now, the world is ready to see what happens when the wind of revolution finally shows its face. And when he reveals it, it won't be in some small duel. It'll be on the biggest stage there is. Maybe in the final clash against Imu. Maybe when the sea rises and swallows entire islands. Maybe when Luffy is surrounded and the Sunny is about to sink. Dragon will step forward. His tattoo will glow. His cloak will rip under the pressure of the air, and the wind will explode. It won't be a breeze. It'll be a hurricane. It'll sweep away an entire marine fleet, clear a path for Luffy, lift the 1,000 Sunny into the air like a leaf, and make Imu feel for the first time in their life that there's something they don't control. The wind will blow so fiercely that the whole world will hear the roar of freedom that's been locked away for 30 years. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.